Yo, what's up everybody? This is the Music Money Marketing Podcast brought to you by the Crock Pot Cartel, and I am Bobby Everything. In this episode, we are going to be talking about one of the best ways to grow as an artist in 2023, and that is collaborating. And make sure you guys watch to the end, because at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 3 actionable steps that you can start taking today to grow your brand, market your music, and get to this money. The goal of this podcast is to provide insights and industry trends to help musicians improve their sound, make money with their music, and promote their brand effectively. Join us as we take a deep dive into the world of music, offering tips and advice to help you grow as an artist in 2023 and beyond. Whether you're a seasoned musician or you're just getting started, this podcast is for you. Let's go. When I first started marketing music, I was collaborating a lot. I had a studio in my garage, so a lot of artists were just drawn to what I was doing. I was recording artists, I was producing for artists, and I had just built this network of artists. So it was like every time I had something that I needed to do, whether it was like an event or a promo tour, I could easily get on the phone and be like, yo, are you guys trying to get down? I got this little promo run I'm about to do. And there would be 10 people at my house, showed up, ready to get to it, just because they was down with what I was doing and I had collaborated with them, so we had built that relationship. The more relationships that you can build, the better off you're gonna be. The bigger the brand is gonna be, the more resources that you are gonna have, and ultimately the more money that you are going to make. Collaborating is just important on so many levels, When I first started with the music marketing, I was actually contacted by a record label, and they had hired me to do some marketing for them, and that was basically a collaboration. I was collaborating with them. I was offering them marketing services, and in turn, I was learning so much about the music industry because they was already pretty active in the music industry. So a lot of the knowledge I have, I learned from that collaboration. Back in 2008, I had brought an act into town. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Crime Mob, but there was a pretty big hip hop act in like 2001. It was 2008, so their buzz had kind of died down, so I booked them for a show. And I paid them for their performance, I booked the venue, I did the promotion, and off of the little bit of buzz that I was generating in the city, a local venue owner, he had reached out and wanted to sit down with me about getting them over to his bar for the after show. So I went over there, we talked it out. I had him pay me like $1,000, bring them to the after party, and then he kind of seen how I was moving, and we decided to do a collaboration together. So what we did was an open mic night. I collabed with this local business owner, and every Thursday I would host an open mic competition. It was a 10-week competition, so that gave me 10 weeks to promote myself, promote my brand, and also make some money, because I would charge at the door. I would $5 to get in. I would get a percentage of the bar. And so it's like I was actively building my brand, promoting my music, and at the same time making some money. When I say collaboration, don't just think collaborate with other artists. You guys got to get out of that small mind mentality and think about the bigger picture, and think about all of the opportunities that are right in front of your face that might not even look like an opportunity until you start to look at it like an opportunity. Collaborations, there's really so many benefits of collaborating with other artists. And the reason I decided to pick this topic today is I'm documenting what I'm doing right now. And I'm not gonna say any names, but I just finished up a brand partnership with a much bigger company. So that's why I decided to go with collaboration for the first episode of our podcast. To me, right there is one of the main benefits of collaborating. You get to open a business relationship with another brand, and now your music or your business or your services is now being exposed to their audience. So you might be a artist with say 300 or 400 fans, or maybe 1,000 Spotify monthly listeners or something like that. But if you can find an artist who makes similar music as you and who kind of has the same values and whatnot as you, but maybe they have 10,000, maybe they have 20,000 monthly listeners. If you can talk your way into a collaboration with them, then that's going to expose your music and your brand to their audience. So that's why I feel like collaborations is one of the best ways to grow in 2023. And just because you're a rapper, you don't have to just look for other musicians to collaborate with. You can collaborate with business owners. You can collaborate with dancers, with people that are into acting, with comedians. Just get active in your community. Find out who's creating. No matter what type of creator they are, if they're a dancer or a comedian or a content creator, you need to know who they are. You need to be engaging with the content creators in your community. Not only is that going to help you produce better content, but it's also going to expand your network, get people familiar with your brand. I definitely recommend joining Facebook groups in your city for content creators, looking up conventions, looking up events, joining meetup groups. There's so many different ways to get in touch with people. Colleges, open mic nights, poetry jams, or stand-up comedy nights, dance competitions. There's just so many places that we can be networking as independent artists, and I think that a lot of people sleep on these opportunities. Another great thing about collaborating with artists is the opportunity for joint events, joint product launches, things of that sort. Because if you think about it, if you're going to try to throw your own show in the city and you're doing it by yourself, that means you're gonna be doing all of the daily operations to try to get the thing ready. You're gonna be doing all of the promoting. You're gonna be expected to pack the show yourself. But if you can collaborate with, say, 3 or 4 artists in your area that have a similar fan base, or even a slightly bigger or smaller fan base, the more people that you recruit onto the show, onto the ticket, the more fans that's gonna show up and the more help that you're gonna have organizing it. And then that's also gonna help you learn the management and the leadership skills from organizing and putting an event together like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a plan of action that you can start to execute on today. Make a list of 100 artists that make the same style of music as you. Put together a list with all their names, find their contact information, social medias, and start to reach out to every single one of them. I would say maybe not all 100 in a day, but try to at least make contact with 20 artists every day for the next 5 days. Out of those 100 artists, maybe 30 of them will get back to you. Maybe 10 of them will do a collaboration. So that right there is the actionable step for you guys as far as collaborating with artists. For the small businesses, make a list of small businesses in your area. Take out the phone book or just walk around downtown and write down the names of the small businesses in the area. Do some research on those businesses. See if they got social media. See if they got TikTok accounts. See how many followers they got. See which one of them aligns with what you do and aligns with your brand, and then try to do some sort of collaboration with them. Whether it's a top video where you are helping promote their restaurant, they're helping promote your music, whether it's putting some flyers in their store, whether it is doing some sort of event with them or setting up some sort of open mic. Put yourself out there, start networking with businesses, start collaborating with businesses and growing your brand. And the third actionable step will be to put together a list of some of the top content creators in your area. Check out open mics, check out open comedy shows, look for dancers, find some of these content creators in your area and start to do collaborations on videos. Or even if you're just showing up and brainstorming. Every time you interact with somebody, you can learn from them. That's why it's always so important to listen more than you talk. Because if you're talking, you can't listen. And if you can't listen, then you're not learning anything. So there are some actionable steps for you guys to go out with this week and build that brand, market that music, and get to that money. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us. Let's go.